Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Today is going to be about jumping on your bed with the dew of your youth. Now, it comes from a beautiful passage from Psalm 110, which is our official psalm for today. But in verse 3, it says, "From the womb of the morning, the dew of your youth will be yours." So I'll skip to the conclusion, which is, I want you to jump on your bed with the dew of your youth in the womb of every morning. Let me start with a little story. So you may ask, what does the dew of youth look like? Well, this week I went to play with my favorite 2.5-year-old and thinking that we would do some sedate adult activity like building something or reading books. But I walked in the door and he says to me, "We're going to do some jumping." He knew I was coming. And then for the next hour and a half, with very, very few interruptions, he jumped on the bed, on his bed. Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the best picture of the dew of youth that I can give you. So the dew of youth looks like jumping on your bed continually for an hour and a half straight. So honestly, even watching it was just exhausting. I had to sit down just to be in awe of its duration and its power. And that's the picture I want you to remember. Well, why is that? Because the Lord says that He can and will restore this dew of youth to us on the day of His power. So spiritually, we get this back. We get the fountain of spiritual youth. We get the dew of youth renewed every morning. And this is something that He generously and bountifully gives us. All right, so let's read Psalm 110. It's a short one, 7 verses or so. Let's read it together. Psalm of David, verse 1. "The Lord says to my Lord, sit at my right hand until I make your enemies your footstool. The Lord sends forth from Zion your mighty scepter. Rule in the midst of your enemies. Your people will offer themselves freely on the day of your power in holy garments. From the womb of the morning, the dew of your youth will be yours. The Lord has sworn and will not change His mind. You are a priest forever in the order of Melchizedek. The Lord is at your right hand. He will shatter kings on the day of His wrath. He will execute judgment on the nations, filling them with corpses. He will shatter chiefs over the whole earth. He will drink from the brook by the way. Therefore, He will lift up His head." So this psalm for sure describes a certain day, which we'll get. A lot of this we'll do tomorrow. The day of His wrath, the day of His power, on the day where His mighty scepter is set forth and enemies are ruled over. It's the day when rebellious kings are shattered and the judgment and justice are achieved amongst the nation. And make no mistake, we wait for that day. We have this active spiritual anticipation, which is what waiting is, not passive. But we will not wait for all days. There is a day of recompense. There is a day of wrath. And you may say to me, with me, "Lord, I love your wrath." I hope you do. We can pray this. It's the day when you make all things right, when perfect justice is enacted over every acre of your kingdom, which is everywhere eventually. And it's when the even-handedness is exerted with the right hand of the conquering king. So this is a psalm of prophecy and power and judgment and future and reign. But today, I wanted, what do we do in the meantime? What happens in the meantime? What happens to the people? So this psalm is a lot about what the Lord does and opening the can of His wrath. But what happens to the people? Well, they are blessed with the dew of youth. And I want you, dear listener, to be left with the dew of youth every morning. From the womb of the morning, the dew of your youth will be yours. Now, the ESV notes say that the womb of the morning is probably a poetic expression for the east or for the dawn, which is when the dew appears. The dew of your youth may be a poetic term for refreshment, implying that the king has continual sources of fresh energy. So may you, at this time, at the womb of the morning, have the spiritual dew of youth upon you. So may you be refreshed in Him. May you have the beauty and the vigor of renewed youth, just like that picture of jumping on the bed forever. I think it's a similar idea from Lamentations 3:22, where the lamenter says the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. So may you have the everyday, everlasting gobstopper renewal of the dew of youth upon you. So here's what I'm asking. God is going to give us that. God may give us the dew of youth. He is going to give it to us. And back to my picture of jumping on the bed. So God is refreshing us on a daily basis in the womb of the morning, again and again. He's giving us this unlimited, revitalized, invigorated, and recharged energy and enthusiasm for Him and His ways every day. So similar to this energy of my favorite 2.5-year-old who jumps on his bed for an hour and a half straight, my prayer is for you that the dew of youth would be upon you. When? In the womb of the morning, in the womb of every morning. And that's right. I want you to jump on your spiritual bed every morning for all day and for all time. I want you to jump on your bed with the dew of your youth in the womb of the morning. Thanks for listening.